Good morning, Americans. This is your favorite alien here on Sunday, April 2nd, 2023. Palm Sunday to boot. Holy Week starts today for Christians. And the Americans have sure messed up this week, haven't they? Oh boy. Well, Friday they finally put an indictment to former President Trump. Those Democrats, extremists as they are creating a disintegration to the United States and possible civil war. And here's the problem, Democrats. Instead of doing all these indictments that you want to do against former President Trump, when he left office in 2021, the Congress, both Democrats and Republicans, should have put out there he could never run for office again, any office. That would eliminate the problem that we got. But you didn't do that. You decided to go, as he would say, witch hunt. I call it extremism. You decided to go the way of the British when they went after the Parliament, got so extreme and went after the crown in the 1630s, and they started a civil war in 1645, ending with Charles I losing his head in 1649, and 11 years of Oliver Cromwell, the Lord Protector, and the banning of all things Christmas under his leadership. Oh, yeah. How extremist can you get? Okay? By the end of his 11-year rule, you guys went back to restoring the monarchy. Why? In British. The American colonies, you still had Puritanism here for a little while after that, till 1693 when Salem made sure Puritanism was over. But it wasn't completely done with. It went underground for the next 3 centuries. And then in the 1920s, people like Charles Augustus Lindbergh revived it, and it became known as the eugenics. And then in the 1940s, it changed its name to America First. Make America First. And then in 2015, Donald Trump took that same theme and made it MAGA, Make America First Again. Boy. And you guys never bothered to see that Make America First Again was related to the eugenics and the 1940 face-off between Charles Augustus Lindbergh and FDR. And FDR is lucky he won that one barely during World War II. Otherwise, the United States would have looked a lot different today. Now, you're engaged, as Mr. Abraham Lincoln would say, in a great, I would say, battle. He would say great civil war, but you're not there yet, but you're going to be, testing whether this nation can still survive. Mr. Lincoln, if you're in your grave looking at this and you're saying, what the hell, they're doing it again. Because you got, like I told you in my other video, 29 to 40 million extremist Republicans, rightists, that don't belong in the Republican Party. They're there because of Donald Trump. You got extremist leftists that were issued in by Mrs. Pelosi and her disastrous way of looking at things on the Democratic side. Usually you have around 2.5% extremists in any society. We have 2.5% extremists. You can handle those. But when you get almost 40 to 50% of your population is extremists, because you take the extremist Republicans, rightists, that are in the party, and say like 40 million, and you had another 5 million out there from the guys that don't belong to the Republican Party but are, extremist guys, Nazis and KKK and other guys over there on the Republican side. Well, you might get about 45 million. And you do the same for Democrats, extremist leftists, and you'll get that. Then you got 90 million of that. Then you got the what you call independent, and you probably got another 25 million of that. So you got about 115 to 120 million of your 330 million population. That is a heck of a lot that are extremist. And the people in the center, the centrists and the moderates, and the people that lean a little bit left and a little bit right, which are still a part of the center, who you need, because a lot of issues are going to be a little bit to the right and a little bit to the center. Okay? But you need those people in your government. But they're not there right now, because you got extremists on both sides who only look at their side, and that is it. So therefore, I can't imagine President Trump using this week, especially this week, Holy Week, and using the Democrats as the Pharisees, and him as you know who gets unjustly crucified for his beliefs. Wow, wouldn't that be something? And that's a problem. When you created Democrats, you decided to indict them last Friday. You know that this was Holy Week. And you know that there's a lot of evangelical Christians. Ooh, and they are extremist over here. Donald Trump knows that, and he's going to play with that. I wouldn't imagine that when he gets to arraignment, and after because you can't keep him there, you're just going to arraign him. Any other person you take to the judge in the court and you arraign him there, okay, what do you want? Oh, yeah, okay, I'll give you a bail here, but he's not even going to get bail. He's just being arraigned on the charge. There is no remand or anything here. So he gets to go home again. And I can assure you that on Tuesday, after he gets arraigned in New York City, he's got the bully pulpit, something you guys don't have. He's got the bully pulpit, and he's got, like I said, 45 million devout followers. 45 million. And you got another 45 million that hate him. That's 90 million, and then you got extremists that will split on both sides from the non-combatant, or as you call them, independent voters. Yes. So you take another 40 million, 20 on each side, so you got 115 and 115, 230 million Americans out of 330. That only leaves 100 million, and some of those are in diapers or old. Not very many able Americans left. Therefore, your nation's in tatters. This is your favorite alien telling you, this is what Holy Week brings you. So when you celebrate Easter a week from today, it's not resurrection, it's disintegration. Good day.